Welcome to Mysteries Niger. I'm your host, Esther. Have you ever heard of the name Frank Abagnale Jr.? Well, he was a man born in 1948 in America, turned out to be America's most famous imposter. For years, he successfully evaded authorities by constantly changing his identity, location, and appearances all the time. His famous life story includes that he committed financial fraud. He allegedly forged and cashed about $2.5 million worth of bad checks across 26 countries, and he impersonated a lot. He impersonated a pilot because if you're busy frauding people in different countries, you want to be able to get to those countries, and tickets, especially last minute tickets, are very pricey. So he's like, do I still pay for tickets if I'm flying the plane? Didn't think so. He faked being a pilot for a good amount of time, and when he was over that, he's like, let me see if I can be a doctor. Faked being a pediatrician at a hospital in Georgia, and when he was done, how much law do I know? I'd love to dabble in law. He managed to convince everyone and bagged the position of assistant attorney general. And when he was over with that, he also managed to fool people that he was a sociology professor. His story inspired lots of artistic works, including the famous movie Catch Me If You Can, which stars Leonardo DiCaprio and Tom Hanks. Eventually, he debunks most of the grand claims and says his biggest con in life was not the fact that he convinced people that his fake life was real, but convinced people to believe that he was able to convince people he was this or that. So making people believe he conned people was the real con. And he said, for instance, the impersonating pilot thing, he actually didn't impersonate a pilot. He just used a stolen uniform, pilot uniform, primarily to pass back checks and to stalk a flight attendant. But at the end of the day, his story was believed, even though Frank Abagnale lived in a very different world. A world without smartphones, without facial recognition, without social media, without digital footprints. Today, disappearing is far more difficult. Every transaction leaves a trail, every phone call leaves a record, every social media post creates evidence. Even in the digital age, people still try to vanish. Some try to run because they're afraid, some believe they can outsmart the system, others simply refuse to face consequences of their actions. And you know what psychologists call that? Optimism bias. Basically, it is when we believe that negative consequences only happen to other people. Not us, not I, nay, it can never happen to me. It's the same bias that convinced fugitives they would never be caught if only they run. Somehow they'll escape, they'll start over, disappear, begin a new life somewhere else, and get away with it. But if we know anything, it's that eventually most fugitives, their past catches up with them. We've seen it in movies over and over and over again. One of those crazy scenarios is You. Have you watched the Netflix series? You. Mind blown. Joe Goldberg, he always believed he could get away with it. And he did for a while, until eventually his past caught up with him. Probably that was how Benjamin felt as well, that he only had to run and he would get away with it. When we ended part 1, Augusta Osedion was dead. The netizens had lots of opinion. People had their allegations. Everyone had a say. Everyone wanted to know what happened. Families are still trying to figure out who they were still in contact with while they believed she was alive, even though she had been dead for days. Benjamin was on the run. Soon after, he would reach out to the mother. And after reaching out to the mother, he would post a very dramatic public confession on Instagram story. So let's continue with that. Quick announcement before we get back into today's case. Mysteries Niger officially has a home on the internet now. You can find us at mysteriesniger.com. And no, it's not just a pretty little website sitting there looking mysterious for decoration. You can actually find all the episodes there, listen directly from the site, read episode details, check out transcripts if available, and basically stalk the shows in a much more organized way. If you've got a story, a weird local legend, a cold case from your state that nobody's talking about, or just straight up what the hell situation, you can now submit it directly on the site. So pause this for 5 seconds or don't. Keep listening and bookmark mysteriesniger.com. I repeat, mysteriesniger.com. If you hurt someone, if you murdered someone, and you wanted to confess because you feel so guilty, what would you do? Perhaps find the nearest police station, turn yourself in, tell them everything you did, and hope for retribution? Would you go on Instagram and tell everyone how you feel so bad, you want to die, you can't believe that just happened, but you're actively on the run? How sorry are you? Because Benjamin took to Instagram story to post I got into an argument with my girlfriend at Augusta XXO, that's her handle. Which fight I mistakenly stabbed her and ran away out of fear and been suicidal since then. I want to end my life now because I have lost the one I cherish so much, but the one I cherish so much. Typo. I want to do the right thing and turn myself in. I will gladly die by paying the price with my life now. The next one, he wrote the whole story about to upload, clicked upload, but it couldn't upload. And it had this red alert at the bottom that said upload failed, delete. So he screenshot that and posted the screenshot back on his story. And it says, I should have left this toxic relationship, but I didn't. Oh Lord, forgive me for my sins. I wish I can go back in time and undo this, but it has happened. I'm not a bad person. I'm not an evil person. I'm not a criminal. I didn't commit murder. Nothing was intended. Oh Lord, I don't know how this happened, but I want to live my remaining days on earth now knowing I do the right thing and take accountability. I will say nothing but the truth and come out clean and hope God grants me eternal peace and accepts me. I have failed myself. I have failed my mom. I have failed my family. Oh Lord, I can't believe this. I can't live with this guilt. I'm going crazy. Nothing to kind again. Context. Same as saying, I'm going crazy. No reason to be kind anymore. Nothing to kind again. And I will say nothing but the truth, all from the beginning to what brought us here. Then he posted another. I want no sympathy. I want no pity. I'm truly down and broken from what has happened, and I deserve nothing but death. Yes, I truly do, and want to, for her soul to rest in peace. I will turn myself in, I promise, and she will get justice. What a joke. I want no sympathy. I want no pity. I'm truly down and broken from what has happened, and I deserve nothing but death. But fucker, you're on the run. Why don't you stay and embrace death? And what the joke is, I will turn myself in, I promise. When he posted that, everyone was like, huh, okay, you guys got into an argument and you stabbed her and then you bolted out of there. Really? Tell us more. Tell us more. What else happened? We need more information. The police are doing their investigation. Everyone just has to be patient and wait. And he reaches out to the mother, Augusta's mom. The message goes, I'm deeply sorry and pained to the heart. Things resulted this way. I never intended to take my beloved Augusta's life. I loved her so much and I'm in so much pains and I've been suicidal. It was a mistake and an accident as we got into a serious argument and fight, which led to her carrying knives, plural. I'm not a bad person. I'm not a criminal. I'm not a ritualist and nothing like all you have said. I have never killed in my life before, and also my cousin wasn't aware in the first place and he might have ran away out of fear when he found out, I guess, but was never an accomplice or knows anything. For days I have been trying to kill myself. I put you on conference with my uncle to break the news to you both at the same time about what happened, but you never joined the call. And I was dumbfounded to speak to only my uncle at that point, and ended up turning off my phone and look for means to take my own life. I have been suicidal since then. I'm sorry for the pain I have caused you, and I promise to turn myself in. I have brought shame upon myself and my family, and most especially have disappointed you who loved me and took me as your own son. I'm ready to die for the crimes I have committed. There is no justification for death, and I think I deserve one now. I will pay with my life. Please forgive me, Mom. Cordelia. You don't have the right to call her that. I genuinely loved Augusta. No, you didn't. I genuinely loved Augusta and you. Please forgive me. I will turn myself in and pay with my life. Is it working? My beloved Augusta is gone, and living here on Earth now seems meaningless and of no use to me. I wish I could reverse time, but it's lost already. He sent her that. What a slap in the face. What a slap in the face. The amount of times he reiterated, I deserve death, I promise to turn myself in, I deserve to die, and I'm ready to pay for my crimes, is countless. And what on earth is a stupid excuse of, I invited you on a video call or a conference call with my uncle and myself, and because you didn't join the call, I got so dumbfounded, too dumbfounded to speak. So I turned off my phone and looked for means to take my own life. You feel me? What on earth? He doesn't want to die so bad, not to run. He's still running. Months go by. People don't really know where he is. The authorities are still trying to trace him. Then it rolls around again to Augusta's 22nd birthday. It was extremely sad. Her graveside visit by her family on her birthday. Lots of tears, lots of begging. Do not rest until your killer has been served justice. If you're resting, do not relax, don't get comfortable until the people who did this to you have paid the price for their actions. It was tearful, sad, heartbreaking, and all he says is, I've been looking for ways to end my life. Trust me.
I promise you, God will fight for your justice. And I will never give up. That is what you know, your mother is a lion. You know me, I'm a fighter. I will not die. You want me to be with you, but I've told you I can't be with you. I want to stay and fight for you. And my God will back me up. And we'll get it together. Happy birthday. Another person, wish her happy birthday. That is why we're here. What's it? Happy birthday, Oscar. You want to say anything? Tell your sister happy birthday. Don't say anything. Tell your sister happy birthday. Happy birthday. I love you. Remember this slippers. Remember it today and night. This is the same slippers you wore and walked into Benjamin's house. But you came to pick your cup from his house. You wore it upstairs and you never came down with this slippers. I brought it today to remind you. We love you. But you are resting already. But don't relax in the spirit. Fight them, hunt them, every one of them, plus the one that betrayed you, your roommates, to Benjamin that killed you. Malcolm, don't rest. Fight them.
He goes on the run for months. Suddenly, news break out. He's been arrested in Sierra Leone. Everyone's like, what? How did he get to Sierra Leone? How? And how did he get arrested? Because he's been missing. The authorities are looking for him. They alert Interpol and be on the lookout. He was a wanted man internationally. So people at first were thinking, oh, he was a wanted man internationally. Did Sierra Leone arrest him because they recognized him as a wanted man? Well, what happened? More information was gathered that he was living in Sierra Leone for months under fake identity. Not just one, he had multiple fake identities. So today he's by this name, tomorrow he's by a different name, and once he starts getting a bit spooked, he would change his name and change city. So he got arrested because, I guess, if you're a criminal on the run, crime must go on. He was still committing crimes over there. He got arrested for his crimes. Her mother was just thanking people, thanking the whole world that everyone was really on the lookout for him.
Nigerians all over the world. Wow. That he killed my daughter on the 13th of July. Best now, go Benjamin. Got Sedona passports on the 28th of July. He changed his name. His son name that is Benjamin, he changed it to Kanu. His first name that is Best, he changed it to Christone. His middle name that is Nnayerugo, he changed it to Samuel. So with that passport and the local numbers, the police began to work for us for the past over 2 weeks now. To the glory of God, yesterday 2 a.m. in the night, Benjamin was caught. He has never bragged that he can never enter handcuff. He's on handcuff. Nigerians, do what? 1% of the pay is gone this morning. Now Benjamin is caught.
When they were investigating him about the crime, they discovered that he had multiple identities because say you stole money from this place, or you defrauded someone, or you hurt someone, and they start investigating you. They track you, your activities on the days prior, and they discover you paid for something at this coffee shop, different name. You showed your ID at this hotel, different name. They're piecing together he has multiple identities. So they investigated deeper and realized his true identity and that he was a fugitive on the run. So they reached out to Nigeria. The Nigerian authorities told them, we've got someone you're looking for. Come get him. So the authorities and the government, they started making preparations to go extradite him. But they were just a little too slow, because right before they were able to go extradite him, the prison Benjamin was being held at had an incident. Some of the prisoners were planning a prison break. It was political, according to reports. It was political, and they were planning a prison break. He joined the inmates who escaped. He was one of the inmates who escaped from the prison. Few weeks later, every one of the inmates who had escaped from that prison were all tracked down and rearrested, taken back to their incarceration. Everyone except Benjamin doubled down on a new identity. Poof, gone in the wind. The Nigerians were getting excited. Oh, he's finally gonna get caught. He's gonna pay for his crimes. And then we get hit with the he escaped prison before he could be extradited. People were like, what is this guy? What is he doing? What is happening? How is he so bold, thinking he could just get away with this? We thought he said he wanted to die. Why is he busy trying to save his life? He wants to pay the price? Why not pay the actual price and not try to pay with money? Because the audacity of this guy, when Augusta was being buried and preparations were being made for her funeral, he had the audacity to reach out to her mother again. That was before her 22nd birthday, while he had escaped, but before he was caught in Sierra Leone. So while he's still having and enjoying his freedom in Sierra Leone, he finds out she's about to be buried by her family. He reached out to the mother. The mother's like, please turn yourself in. And he goes, I heard you're burying her. Oh, the love of my life. Can I support with some money for her funeral? The mom said, no, I don't want a dime from you. You wanna pay the price? Turn yourself in. And now that he was about to pay that price that he so desperately said he wanted to do, the right thing of turning himself in, prison break. New identity, gone in the wind again. That prison break happened in November of 2023. So now the timeline, just to keep things clear for us, he killed Augusta in July, skipped town immediately afterwards. Augusta gets buried. The authorities are after him. He's declared wanted in October. At that time, he's already far and long gone, already enjoying his freedom in Sierra Leone. Once the Interpol red notice was put out and he got arrested for his crimes there, his fake identity, and he knows it's catching up to him just a few months later. So he escapes during the prison break in November of 2023. All of that happened in 4 months. He's in the wind again. The authorities are trying to track him. After that, he realized the mother isn't buying his bulls. So he immediately recanted his entire confession online. He deleted all those confession posts and he changed his handle name. Yeah, he changed it to a new name and then started posting new stories. He posted stories saying, at Cordelia Okoye, which is Augusta's mother's handle. He says, at Cordelia, the mother's handle, acts like she wants justice for Augusta. But the truth is, you don't want it. Your image and what people would say is more important to you than justice for Augusta. Because if you want justice, you know I've been willing and ready from day one. I have always maintained I'm ready to cooperate. but only based on the truth and not what you want people to believe. How can you say you want justice, but have been trying to silence me in private from saying the truth? You want me to turn myself in, but not mention the part you played? You want me to turn myself in, but still don't want me to say what I saw? Still don't want me to say that secret Augusta was going to quench me for? No, it doesn't make sense to me, Mom. This cross, we must carry it together. But for now, let's keep pretending I used Augusta for rituals as you want the public to believe. So now he's dropping bombs. Oh, you actually have a secret that Augusta found out and told me about it, and then she was gonna kill me over that secret if I ever shared it. Oh, you have this squeaky image you want people to see you as, and you don't want anything to murky that image. But what is the secret? Tell us. Tell us the secret. Did we hear the secret? No. Instead, we get another story that goes, Augusta would still be here today if not for at Cordelia Goye. That's her mother's handle. Augusta might have died by my hands out of mistake, but she played a huge part in it and was the cause of everything. Augusta was ready to end my own life after I discovered the biggest secret about she and her mom. She preferred to kill me in order to uphold that secret, but failed, and she knows it because I was in the 17-minute convo with her from the previous day. That previous day conversation he's referring to, the mother told us it was the Instagram impersonation of him believing Augusta booked an appointment with a man for hookup. He called her, talked at length with her about the situation until the mom said, okay, let me hear from my daughter as well.
He called me, Mommy, I'm going to deal with Augusta. I'm not going to kill her. I said, what is killing has to do? He said, I'm going to collect everything I bought for her. I said, well, for the last time I checked, you didn't buy her a car, you didn't buy her a house, you didn't buy her anything. Maybe hair or maybe bag. So it's not a problem, but until she comes.
If that was his big secret, he's saying, I discovered the biggest secret about she and her mother. So about Augusta and her mother supporting her? What on earth was that big secret? Talk about misdirection. Augusta might have died by my hands out of mistake, but she played a huge part in it and was the cause of everything. Talk about victim blaming. You killed her and mutilated her, and then turn around and say, yes, I might have done that, but she made me do it. Because according to the confession he said earlier, we got into an argument and she brought out knives. We fought and I stabbed her. I ran away out of fear. Never said anything about cutting her into pieces. I ran away in fear. How then was she found in pieces in your home? He still wasn't done. He went on X and posted, I deeply regret and I will give in myself and say nothing but the truth. But I know I have only few days on earth and only the truth can bring me peace and bring God's acceptance. I contacted her mom since and yesterday as well, and I'm going to turn myself in and believe I deserve death now. I keep just wanting to pop my own head every time I hear him say, I deserve death now. I just want to turn myself in. But you're actively running faster than Hussein. Anyways, regardless of anything, the truth deserves to be said and previewed and not manipulated. I will turn myself in and pay with my own life. Whatever the fate is, I will take, including death, as there is no justification for taking a life. I will be accountable, but let the truth be the truth. Thank you. If you really think you deserve death, you don't need to end every paragraph with it. Literally every paragraph includes talks of him deserving death and him wanting to die or taking his own life. Every single paragraph. You don't need to. If you go looking for this, screenshots and everything, you will see it. Every paragraph has talks of him deserving to die, wanting to kill himself, and wanting to turn himself in. When he posted that, someone immediately replied to that tweet saying, the wearer have sharply changed his handle. Wearer means idiot. So the wearer has sharply changed his handle. Dude was using betting and crypto to disguise to be Yahoo Boy, and the rest of the message that is just a bunch of rumors, which the family already debunked, so I don't feel the need to include that. Then we get hit with he disappeared into the wind again from Sierra Leone. So the authorities are still looking for him, doing all they can with the information available. After posting all of those things, still on the run, suddenly obituaries started to surface on the internet saying that Killaboi was dead. And people were like, really? Is he dead? Is he really dead? Or what's going on? Is he actually dead? The authorities came out and told people, no, we don't think he's dead. This is a misdirection. He's trying to fake his death so we could stop looking for him, but the manhunt for him is still ongoing. He's still top priority, so don't believe what you're saying. Then they hear words from Qatar. We have a scum over here that escaped your country that you're actually looking for. His name is Benjamin. The government was like, yes, that was in 2025. So they go, we need to do better this time. We cannot miss him again. That would be shameful on our part. Very incompetent. We need to get him this time. So they rushed things up. They headed over there. They caught him, extradited him back to Nigeria. How was he caught in Qatar? He gets to Qatar and probably as he's trying to get into the country, you know, most airports, you have to scan your iris. You scan your iris if you have a residency in the country. If you have a residency in the country, you don't even need to show your ID or your passport or anything. Just scan your iris. All the information about you would just pop on the screen. They would approve your entry. You get in. If you are arriving for the first time that your iris isn't in the system, they still will mandate that you do it. Whether you're just visiting, you don't have a residency or anything, they need all your accurate information, not what's on the passport. They need you to scan your iris, and anywhere your iris has been registered by the government and they have your information, they'll see it. So he went to Qatar. They have that system. He scans his iris. Boom, 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 boom. Everything shows up. He's a wanted criminal. He gets immediately arrested. He was extradited back to Nigeria. On the day he was caught and extradited back, Augusta's mother was so happy. She made a video and was saying thank you to Nigerians for not letting the case go cold, for their support so far. It had been 2 years at that time because it was 2025, but they still tracked him to that country, brought him back faster this time, making sure he didn't escape. If the Qatari authorities weren't looking out for him, they could have missed that he was a wanted person. If they weren't vigilant about keeping their people safe, they wouldn't even have the biometric verification policy. So she thanked everyone who has worked diligently towards helping her and her family. So where does the case stand today? As of the time of this recording, Killaboi has been returned to Nigeria and legal proceedings are expected to continue. As of June of this year, the case remains a matter of the court. There are reports that court proceedings related to the case has begun in Lagos. He's currently on trial and the prosecutors are indicting him on 2 charges, one of murder and the second of tampering with a deceased corpse in the case of mutilation. And he's pleading not guilty. I repeat, he's pleading not guilty. Because court process remains important, listeners should remember that final determinations concerning criminal responsibilities belong to the courts. The legal process exists to examine evidence, hear arguments, and reach conclusions according to law. But what remains undeniable, however, is the woman at the center of this story. A young woman who lost her life, a family who lost their daughter, friends who lost someone they love, and a devil spawn who keeps saying, I deserve to die. I've been looking for things to end my life. I hope he stands tall in court. I hope he puts in the same energy when he convinces the judge of his guilt. I hope he sounds exactly like those text messages when he's speaking to the judge. Yes, Your Honor, I am guilty and I deserve to die. I am gladly here. I've turned myself in even though I was caught. But yes, I'm here now. I've been trying to kill myself this whole time. So please, I deserve to die. I hope he puts in that same energy. And not just for online netizens. While on the run, living lavish lifestyle, still defrauding people allegedly with multiple identities. If you're busy telling people every minute you get, you just want to die, you want to be caught, why keep running? Well, there's a psychology behind it. The reason why fugitives run, like I mentioned earlier, the optimism bias, they believe bad things can never happen to me. Couple that with fear, suddenly they feel invincible. They feel and strongly believe they can beat the system. they begin to emotionally reject the reality or their punishment. So they put in all their effort to convince themselves if they keep moving, reality will never catch up to them. Running also provides them an illusion of control. As long as someone remains free, they may feel they still control their destiny, they can still control their reality, they can still control their life story. Surrender means giving that control away, but history repeatedly has demonstrated running rarely changes the outcome, it only postpones it. The story of Augusta Osedion, Killaboi, or Benjamin Nyarugo is at heart a story about greed, lust, control, and trust from all parties involved. But it's also a reminder, social media often shows us carefully curated versions of people's lives. The photographs, the smiles, the vacations, the celebrations, but it never shows the fights, the conflicts, the fear, the control. As this case continues through the legal system, one hopes that truth, accountability, and justice, in whatever form it may come, will prevail. And our I just want to die fact will indeed try to do the right thing. Thank you so much for joining me today. If there was any information that was inaccurate or miscommunicated, please do let me know in the comment below. I would like to know your thoughts about today's episode. Please like, share. It helps with the algorithm. It supports the show. It encourages me to keep going. Until next time, take care of yourself. Be your brother's keeper. Live and let live. I'll see you next time. Bye.